Hi guys, welcome back to another video where today we're doing Let's Watch episode 7. So, in this episode we're going to be watching How To from 1990. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, that was cool. I like that a lot.
How can I get this matchbox tray back inside the matchbox lid without touching either?
Well, that'll be easy. You just get two sticks, push them together. Because you're not touching the matchstick box. You're not touching the thing, technically. So, yeah.
That looks like it's an incredibly difficult how. I'd be very impressed if you can do that.
It's a difficult how, you're right, Gaz.
You can't touch it, get someone else to touch it for you.
No, shall I show you how?
I think you better.
Okay, so it's not going to be what I thought it was. He's cutting it in half. Okay.
Just clip off the striking edge on one... Yes?
I thought you couldn't touch it.
But I haven't started yet, Carol, you see. The how hasn't started yet.
Oh, well, that's not fair. You could literally put it together, say, I haven't started yet. Put it together and say, right, I've started. Oh, look, it's done. I haven't touched it.
You put your box in there like that.
Fred,
gently,
you've
yes?
touched that now.
But I haven't started yet. Gently balance the tray on the top, like so.
Have you started now?
Going to start now. Yeah. So how do I make one go inside the other? Add a drop of water, and this is water. It's...
Why is it blue? Why is it blue? Oh yeah, it's water, it's just blue, it's fine. What's he added to it? Has he added, universal indicator? If so, why?
That will dampen the cardboard fibres, causing them to expand.
But that's not inside though, is it? You've made it fall in between two bits of cardboard.
And that's how. Another successful Fred how.
How could Guy Fawkes have succeeded in blowing up the Houses of Parliament?
Oh my god, this... If they could find out how Guy Fawkes would... It's easy. Get inside, on the bottom, with TNT, or whatever, and just blow it up. That's all you do.
Flour. Flour? Yeah, picture the scene, right? Picture the scene. The year 1605, 7 o'clock in the evening, downstairs underneath the Houses of Parliament, there's Guy Fawkes there, and he gets nicked on November the 4th, carrying all this...
November the 4th?
Yeah.
This?
Oh, yeah, he was actually caught on November the 4th.
Oh.
And a beefeater comes up to him and goes, "Excuse me, laddie, what have you got there?" And he goes, "Oh, 20 kegs of gunpowder." "Right, lad, banged up." Whereas, if he was caught, "What have you got there, lad?" "Oh, 20 bags of flour." He'd have got away with it. Yeah, go about your business.
You can set flour on fire? Why would you want to do that? And how is that possible? Sorry, how is that possible?
Although there are circumstances under which it can be explosive. Now, come with me to the How, Flour, Treason and Plot Explosive Experimental Laboratories.
The How Flour Explosive Laboratory? What? Okay.
A lump of flour on here like this, right? Right, just turn this up here. You can see that there's a flame there. See that? Right, okay. I will try and bake the flour on the top here. Watch what happens. Try and burn it. Well, you get kind of a crispy effect over the top, but it's not really burning or exploding yet. But watch what happens when I do this. If I spread out the flour somewhat more thinly along there like that, and introduce a lot of air into the reaction, watch what happens now. I'll do the air by blowing. Ready?
Yes.
I'm so confused. How is the flour blowing up with air? I'm so confused.
Where they make flour in flour mills, you get big silos full of flour, and if a draft blows in, it creates a dust cloud, and if someone lights a match, flour becomes highly dangerous.
And it becomes the Ardman fire.
That's how Guy Fawkes could have succeeded in blowing up the Houses of Parliament by simply using flour.
And now they've taught people how to set their house on fire. How educational. I can now burn my house down with flour, air, and a bit of fire.
How can you start an argument?
You'd never start an argument between me and Gaz.
I bet you I can.
You couldn't.
Yeah, you can. Just find a super controversial topic that two people are like properly into and just say something stupid about it. That's all you do to start an argument. When the election was happening, right, everyone was saying like, vote reform, I'm gonna vote reform. Then the people that are like older on TikTok, these are all the kids that were saying vote reform, vote reform. People on the older people were like, Nigel Farage sucks. And it was like full-on arguments were happening. It was like, Nigel Farage, no. Keir Starmer, no. And I was like, okay, whatever.
I bet you I can.
We
Look,
are blood brothers. Never a cross word has been spoken between us.
It's true, never fought yet.
No.
I have a photograph. It's a photograph of spheres. Now I want you to tell me whether you think the spheres are going in or coming out.
Does it matter? I would even say they're not spheres. They don't look like spheres. They are not spheres at all. They look like chains. Really abstract chains.
Now I want you to tell me whether you think the spheres are going in or coming out. Gaz.
I reckon those spheres are coming out.
No. Going in. Out, Fred.
It's because they're looking at a different angle. If you look at it that way, the shading's different. If you look at it that way, the shading is different again, because it's darker going lighter, but on the other side it's lighter going darker. So it's shading different, makes it look like it's going in and going out. Optical illusion, that is.
Fred.
In, Gareth.
Okay.
Out, Frederick.
In.
Shh. Right. Close your eyes. I'm going to show you another photograph. Right. Open your eyes again, and I want you to tell me whether they're going in or coming out.
Easy. Out.
In.
Coming.
Out. In, Fred.
Out, Gaz.
In, Fred.
Out, Gaz.
In.
This is just a very civil argument. This is nothing like the stuff on TikTok. I might actually try and find something of the... Actually, no, I'm not gonna... Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. But they're really controversial, and they're really like difficult. But this is very civil, very civil.
So, how can you make a kimono?
People in my primary school, we did a Japan topic in year 6, and we had to research kimonos and make one on like a sheet of paper. People thought it was a great idea. I'm pretty sure I've told this story before. People would Google the word kimono on an iPad, and it would come up with like the Google definition. And we'd just be sort of doing the work, and then someone would press the speech button. So we'd be doing the work, drawing a kimono. Someone would press the button, and suddenly we'd hear kimono from across the classroom, and then everyone would start doing it, and the teacher got really annoyed.
Your first fold goes from a quarter to a halfway up the piece of cloth, and then you cut in a quarter of the way along approximately, like so. Switch it round and do the same on the other side, because These little bits on the front now are actually the front of the costume.
Oh, it looks kind of cool. That looks kind of cool, actually. But it's a bit small. Like, who's gonna wear that? The... like a little animal running around kimono.
Is how you make a kimono. And this,
Oh my god, he made a massive one.
you wear it. There you are. Gaz, Carol?
Oh, no. You have no idea what that looks like. I'm sorry. I might not even... I'll tell you a bit of what I think it looks like, but I'm not gonna explain it too much because it might trigger people. It looks like a costume that Tommy Cooper wore. I'm not gonna say when he wore it because that's not... I don't need to get into that. Looks like something that he wore on a certain live show where something happened, and I'm not going to explain it because it might trigger people. So there you go.
The tandem! Go!
No, it's at Maidstone Studios again. That building in the background, that is Maidstone Studios, I'm pretty sure.
Ah, yes, but you don't need to see where you're going, because even though I'm at the back, I am actually the steersman. And I've got a perfectly good view over your back.
I think I get what he's trying to say. I think he's trying to get at, like, you can get on it either way and then go in either direction instead of having to pick up your bicycle and turn it round. But, like, that's just lazy. Just pick up the bike, turn it round, and off you go.
We can chat to each other as we're cycling along. That's quite nice, must say.
Yeah, it's more sociable sort of bike. So which do you prefer?
Still the first one. I still like the first one. The first one's still the best one. Because it's not stupidly built with two people facing the opposite directions on it.
How can I make a non-Newtonian, thixotropic, sometimes liquid, sometimes semi-solid substance?
Eh? Make what?
Exactly. Make stuff.
Stuff?
To you boys, stuff. Okay, this sort of stuff.
What is it?
Have a look in here.
Basically, it's solid when you punch it, and it's not when you just sort of slip your hand into it. That sounded really weird.
Sometimes semi-solid.
How come?
It's fantastic, isn't it?
What else can it do?
Well, I've planted some bowls on you earlier, actually.
Thank you.
Put the gloves on.
Yes.
Now, how you make it, anybody can make it. You need a...
Oh my god, I want to make it. If... I'm gonna make it, definitely. I've always wanted to make this stuff. Hopefully it's easy. If it's not, then I won't make it, but whatever. Corn flour? I don't have that. Do I have corn flour? Would regular flour work? No, it doesn't, because flour's flammable. I'm gonna make it, set my flour on fire.
Now, if you had some tomato ketchup, that does the same thing, but the other way round. You give it a shock, and it goes from solid to liquid, and that is how you make and work stuff.
What? Well, no, ketchup's a liquid anyway. Like, it doesn't matter if you just go, then it's fine.
How do you play the Jew's harp? Take it away, Dr. Trang Quang Hai.
I love this weapon. I love this instrument. Oh, I love it. But I saw a video once where someone like plucked it and it chipped their tooth, so I'm not going to use one.
Well, this is a juice harp from Asia, and this come from Europe.
Oh,
so
right.
It's nearly the same thing. You have the instrument, you put the instrument against the mouth,
Yeah.
and you pluck here, you can hear the fundamental.
The fundamental.
Then you blow through the instrument, you create a rhythm. And then you move the tongue inside of the mouth.
Oh, it's like the theremin. You've got to be like precise with like your hand movements. You've got to like know how This is gonna sound really weird, but you gotta know how like your tongue works to play this instrument.
Oh, brilliant!
Been practicing. Okay, you guys have a go now. You think you're not getting away
I
with
think
this?
I'm pretty fundamental on this one.
Oh, yes.
How do you do it if you're tongue-tied? Because I'm tongue-tied, and I don't know if I'd be able to play this or not. There's a question for the how. How do you play a jaw harp if you're tongue-tied?
You play the juice harp,
Oh, I'll try again.
Yes.
I'll good go.
Yeah.
My god. That is lovely. I love the George harp. Believe it or not, that is the end of Series 1. Series 2, I have no idea when that's gonna come out. I mean, honestly, I thought this was gonna come out far sooner than it did. Yeah, that's the end of Series 1. So, Series 2, I'm gonna try watching a film. I still haven't decided how I'm gonna do that. I don't know if I'm gonna do it live, or I don't know if I'm gonna just record it in bits and then edit it all together. Honestly, I don't know. Also, the intro exploded. You saw the intro exploded. So, the intro's got to be changed, and that's gonna happen for Series 2, Episode 1. And you'll see that. But yeah, that's the end of this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed, then like, subscribe, whatever, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So, goodbye, guys. Goodbye.